the history of men's ministry in our conference. And the Adventist Church was initiated after a group by the name of Promise Keepers, where men were meeting all across the United States. Thousands of them. They're in auditoriums all across the United States in different denominations. Then our men started to ask questions. Why is it that we do not have men's ministry in our local church? The General Conference, the Family Life Department, decided that they were going to do a study into men's ministry and see how we could incorporate it into our worship experience in the North American Division. So what they did, they decided to ask the Florida Conference to initiate men's ministry. So the Florida Conference accepted the invitation to do, however, they had no knowledge of how to do it. So the Florida Conference Family Life Department met and they decided that they'll find a church to initiate it. And they called the church. And the Maranatha Church had a board meeting and they asked some of the men to initiate men's ministry. I was asked to head that ministry, that department. And quickly, we got together to find foundation men in the conference. And men like Eddie Cantillo, Sergio Torres, of course, Pastor Dickofield, and Glenn Altimot. So we were the 5 first that started the men's ministry. And I recall vividly when we met at a conference session and we asked the members of the conference session to vote men's ministry so it becomes department here in the conference, and it was done. I want to share with you that the first men's convention at Kapkalakwa, there was 175 men in attendance. 175 men. But we had such a wonderful time, a spiritual experience, that men were excited, men of all ethnic groups, and wanted more. So the following year we followed through, and we had over 400 men at that men's convention. And men realized the importance of a men's ministry, and they decided to take it to their church. And the pastors got involved. And of course, it mushrooms, it grows. And I tell you something, one year I recall over 1,000 men showed up. We had so many men showing up at men's convention that we had to divide it into 2 weeks. 2 weeks of men's ministry, and how we were blessed. And of course, we continue to grow. What was interesting is that men from different islands started to attend. Say, for instance, the Cayman Islands. I recall men came and they invite us down to the Cayman Islands to help them start men's ministry. I was there twice. And each year from Cayman, we have over 70 men at one point attend the men's convention, over 70. The Bahamas, the same thing. And of course, we continue to grow from strength to greater strength. And God's continued to bless this ministry. And I do believe that God has a great plan, master plan for us to continue to expand and to change the life of men for His kingdom. The skepticism that we face initially by our men is that many of them started to question whether or not we should have a men's ministry convention where we leave our home and come together as men. So they ask question, men coming together? And the answer is yes. We can come together to learn from each other, to become better men, so that we can be good husbands to our wives and our children. I want to say this. We got a lot of help from the ladies. They saw the benefit in men's ministry. If their spouse, their husband, will develop a closer walk with God, and they encourage their husband to attend. And there were many times not only encouraged their husband to attend, but helped to financially sponsor them to a men's convention. And they came. And when they would return home, we got feedback from the wives that they were happy that their spouse, their husband, come to men's ministry because they have seen change in them. Also, even some of the children give testimony that my father has been a better father now that he's part of men's ministry. I do believe that in our conference, that men's ministry is going to continue to grow. I also believe that men are going to be taking up a more active role in their churches because as we grow spiritually, as they grow spiritually, they will want to assist more and be used by the Holy Spirit. So the men are fully ready to take on the leadership of their master and be able to participate in their local church and of course spending time together to be used by God, and the family will be enhanced. How blessed we are to be part of the Florida Conference. We have had from all the presidents that we have had during that period of time have been supportive to men's ministry. All. Think about this. We have the #1 budget in the entire North American division for men's ministry. Matter of fact, as I'm reflecting, we are the first conference that has a men's ministry department. Most of the conference has men's ministry under adult ministry or family life. We have a independent entity called Men's Ministry Department responsible for men's ministry. And since we started 32 years ago, we have had 7 men's ministry directors in our conference. And of course, we have a growing budget, and we're so thankful. So one of the things that we do here in the Florida Conference is help to train men to become leaders in their church. Each year, we sponsor a cruise, a certification cruise, where men come from all across the North American division and the Caribbean, and we train them and give them the material that they need so that they could go back to their churches and help other men to grow spiritually and be part of this great ministry. I want to encourage all of our men to commit themselves to be a part of this great ministry. The Lord is prepared to bless us tremendously. All we have to do is surrender our will to Him and give God the praise, the honor, and glory that He and He alone deserve. Men's ministry will continue to grow from strength to greater strength. Lives will be impacted for God's kingdom.